Right then my alarm goes off. Whoa. Dismiss. That's my alarm to stop asking for money on the side of the street. Wonder if that says evil. I gotta look at that later. You see love or evil, you're right. Anyway. Hang on. Today's my birthday. Happy birthday, daughter. Canada Dry for you. Well, since the last time you saw me, a lot's happened. Always fucking does when you're magical like me. I was in Dyer Park in Florida, dedicated in 1997, the year I was born, and I swam from one end to the other, and an alligator came after me. And a man saw that and was like, hey, and I got out the water anyway. And I looked back and there was a 5 or 6 foot alligator. I have footage of it, but not good footage of him. So that's why I didn't post it, because I tried showing, like I was soaked and tried pulling out my phone because I had it on the shore with my clothes. I was in my boxers. My purple boxers. Purple boxers with white polka dots swimming across the Dyer Park. Fucking alligator. That was cool. I met a guy I picked up who was a guardian. He was an interesting guy who's been near death many times like us. So when you're, Bobby Hemmett has a speech, and he talks about death being the highest spiritual level, the highest level. And he explains how, like, when you're born, you're like defenseless as a baby. And usually people that have babies don't make it that far on the spiritual path because they have this kid. You're not going to hop over no airport fence like me if you got a kid. See what I'm saying? But then you would have found out you would have been fine anyway. Like me. But you're less likely to do that with a kid. So, interesting. Jesus, death, interesting. Highest, and it's true. All the people I know that are either my friends or enemies that are attacking me or not, the most powerful people I know have all faced death. So today on my birthday, I didn't mention that guy too much. I don't want to. For a minute there, I thought I was taking him and we were going to go to a drug lord's house. I thought he was going to... he was explaining to me where he knew or somebody was making snuff films, as in this person fucks people and kills them. And I really thought my mission was to go out. He was going to get a gun, and I was going to have my staff. But the problem was, we broke down on the side of the road, and it all played out to where I had more money in the end of this story and free gas, even though I had to walk for about 5 hours that day or 4 hours that day. It all played out perfectly well, and he was gone by the time I got back. But the fact that he can't even let a mission like getting from one location to the next without fucking up means that if we do go to this drug lord's house and he is making snuff films, we ain't going to make it. And I'm going to be more useful outside of that. And I just don't trust that that's actually what's happening because of the evidence of your manifestations playing out bullshit. If as above, so below, little as in big, if we're going to go from fucking Florida all the way to fucking New Mexico, where I almost was sacrificed on a mountain, by the way. We're heading to Arizona, whatever. But it didn't play out the way I wanted it to. And I really don't think it was going to play out that way anyway. But I was down to do it because nothing sounded better to me. If I could fucking eliminate somebody like that and free a bunch of people locked in a basement. Yeah, the fuck? Of course I would. I was down for it. But it wasn't what it seemed. But it was good lure. It was good bait. This guy, in a spiritual way, knew what the fuck to say to get me off my path towards where I'm heading now, which I ain't telling you. But anyway, today's my birthday. I had a lot of friends hit me up on my birthday. I appreciate them. I ignored them all. I'm ignoring them all. You just got to deal with it. When I mean goodbye, I mean goodbye. Anyway. So I go down to this interstate off-ramp. And I start dancing and doing my thing and moving traffic and stuff like you heard over here. If you could hear it with my hands, because that's my powers and shit. And moving shit with my hands. orchestrating it. Everybody else might think I'm synced up with it, but it's really not how it works. Anyway, so doing that, and I got like $4 total. I worked so hard. I swear to God, like I work for 2 hours, I make $4, and I deal with cops. And I dance. And I don't do it with lust energy. Ain't that funny? I used to live with a stripper in the hood. She make $1,000 a day dancing. Making men want to fuck, and they can't. And lust energy all day. Fuck. And I'm over here throwing love, making people laugh, dance. I had other people drive by. All kinds of people. Like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8. And I only get $4, and I still get cops calling me. I'm the most underpaid worker. I swear to God. It's unfortunate. No, I deserve it. Anyway. I love my voice power. Anyway, so I'm dancing, and I look over, there's a cop. Officer Omer. And he comes by and tells me, here, I got this, hope I don't say everything on there. Fuck me. Well, it tells you a little bit where I'm at. It don't tell my social security number, does it? Otherwise, I gotta delete this video. Ooh, I don't think so. It tells you where I'm at, though, if you really wanted to give a fuck. Anyway, so he gives me that. All is good. But I got the cops calling me for dancing. For dancing. You live in a world where I'm on the side of the street throwing love with a sign that literally says love. You've seen it. And I get the cops called on me for dancing. And he's like, what's your birth date? I'm like, 4/21/97 today. And he's like, happy birthday. Of course. I get a cop to tell me happy birthday. That's cool. You know, that's cool. Good cop. So he leaves and I leave. But before I left, and during this whole, before he even came, I watched a dude pull up from New York license plate, and he threw all his trash on the ground. And so I said, hey, asshole. I called him out. I said, thanks for throwing all that shit on the ground. And it's funny because when the officer handed me this, he said, we ain't going to do nothing. Just don't throw it on the ground or I'll write you up for littering. And I go, that reminds me, I'm going to go over there and pick up that trash because, I told him, I'm going to go over there and pick up that trash because somebody threw it on the ground. And so I leave, he leaves. I go to a hotel, and I throw the trash in a trash can at a hotel. And some India guy walks up and says, this isn't a place to put your own personal trash. And I had another piece of trash in my hand, so I threw it in the fucking trash can. I said, well, I think it's my birthday, and I think you have some fucking attitude. Got a little message. I'm picking up some attitude from you, so I don't care. So he goes, I'm calling cops. And I walk away, and I look back, and I yell, fuck it! And frightens him a little bit, because fuck you, might as well. I'm enjoying myself. You're enjoying yourself calling cops on me for throwing trash in a trash can? You're going to call the cops on me for picking up trash off the interstate, throwing it in your trash can. You're an asshole. Obviously. So, I don't care. Like, I feel better calling you a faggot. Faggot. And he yelled, faggot. Looked up real quick with his phone. And then I walked up to the Walmart, and Officer Omer comes pulling up again. Well, hello, bull. I see him. Like, there's my guy. That's my dude. And he pulls up, and he's like, I gotta tell you. You could see it in his eyes. You know how many cops I change? You know why God put me on this planet? I change more cops than anybody. I change cops. I change them. I got 100 stories of me interacting with cops, and they're different afterwards. They're completely different. I change them. I change the most powerful, authoritative people walking around in most communities. The people walking around with guns and mace and all that power, those are the people I affect. For the better. So anyway, he tells me, please throw your trash to the gas station trash can or whatever. But then he thanks me for picking up that trash off the interstate. He literally thanked me for picking up the trash and throwing it in the trash can because he also is aware. I don't know if the dude told him I told him faggot. But I walked away. I wasn't waiting for the cop. I was like, fuck this. I just dealt with a cop 5 minutes earlier. 5 minutes or less. Like 3 minutes. 4 minutes. I'll say 4 minutes or less. Yeah, 4 minutes. And so this guy calls the cops on me. Haters. You know, like, come on, you got to know I'm a good person. If this, like, I'm just getting cops called on me for trash, throwing trash away and dancing on my birthday. What an honor. What an honor. What a great birthday. I'm going to remember my birthday. You know, I remember one time my mom took me to a drug police station because she thought I was on bath salts. She took me on my birthday. And she was wrong. No apology there. Still think she's a good person? I doubt it. See what I'm talking about people manifesting energies into your reality? It's really interesting. Yesterday, I was waving a sign, and a cop came up and asked if she had child support. She thought I was the guy who had child support. If you watch my video, Roar the Tiger, while I'm feeling very powerful, focusing on something, whatever you put out comes back, I said, how does my mom make money? Why was the child support so high? Then a cop stops me on the side of the interstate and thought I was the one that she had a child support check for. And then I saw my dad's F-450 Western tailgate truck, which I haven't seen in years, drive by in the same day. That's where the child support would come from, wouldn't it? My dad. Deep, deep. See? How did I know to point again to hear his first horn? You see what I'm saying? How do I know to point again? I control that. That's why I'm not mad about cops coming to my reality, because I didn't create that. I'm having a good day. I hope you have a good day too. If I can deal with cops on my birthday for dancing and throwing trash that some asshole threw on the ground, if I can enjoy my day with that happening, you can too. And you're probably not homeless in the summer heat. Well, it's not summer heat, but I mean, if you're down where I'm at, it's pretty much summer heat. Anything else? Yeah. Enjoy your day. Go out and do something. Take an hour walk. If nobody listens to me, you should eat organic food. You'll feel better. I'm wanting to quit cigarettes so bad. I woke up this morning and I felt that energy attacking me. And so I had to dance it off. And when I danced it off, the forces that be were like, send cops. But I mean, I don't care because I made that cop's day. I knew I made that cop's day. It was he pulled over, he stopped a guy on his birthday for dancing and for throwing trash away within 5 minutes of itself. That's an interesting day in the life of a cop who is a person. He's still a person. And in fact, he's probably one of the realest people I've met. Unlike probably the person that called the cops on me, or the other person that called the cops on me, who were very fake. It's interesting how that's always played out that way. Like when my mom took me to the police station on my birthday. What birthday? It could have been my 18th birthday. I don't remember. It might have been my 18th birthday. Probably. It was probably like my 18th birthday. That's my 18th birthday. That's how my birthdays have gone in my whole life. Happy birthday, police station. Want to drop him for a drug test. Officer looks at me and goes, ma'am, if he was on bath salts, he would be like taking his clothes off right now. He'd be running around. He couldn't just be sitting here like I'm doing. He couldn't be sitting there like he's doing. That karma that you're trying to throw at me, it's coming right back. All that death spell, suicide energy, you're gonna kill yourself. I ain't gonna kill myself. If I die, I didn't kill myself. Death before dishonor. It's really gonna suck for a lot of you that have spell casted against me. trying to manifest a situation. Oh no, what happened to Dyer? Oh well. You're gonna eat it. You're gonna eat it. Oh, I love it. I can't wait. All I got is years of evidence proving without a shadow of a doubt that I'm always right. And you're always right too. Whether you think you can, whether you think you can't, either way, you're right. And later, the evidence will validate it. Quote, unquote, by Henry Ford. I'm driving a Ford Focus. Careful what you focus on, because you're right. Now, whatever you put out comes back. And whatever you think about most of the time, you become or get. So if you think I'm gonna die or kill myself, he's gonna kill himself. He's a drug addict. He's a drug addict. You're gonna be in a pretty interesting situation soon. You're like a little suicide bomber. You manifest this reality upon people. If they take it, devil gets another soul. But if that person doesn't take it, like me, that walks up to these demons that always win against these people, oh, they got a lot of murders under their belt. They didn't even have to pull out a gun. Death and destruction wherever they walk. But when they meet a motherfucker like me, you already know. Honks. I love you. Go out and take an hour walk outside in the sun. Doesn't matter what weather. The sun will come through your clothes, go through the clouds. You'll soak it up. Don't wear sunglasses. Let it get into your eyes a little bit. Look horizontally straight out or up. See the hand movement? Honks. If you look out and take a walk, and you're looking out and above at things far away, like distant mountains and trees, force yourself to do it. When people give you awkward evil eye and they look back down, they're looking at limited possibilities. Look up at unlimited possibilities. Have your eyes wide. If the sun hurts, squint and deal with it. And walk with your squinted eyes or whatever the fuck you got to do for an hour. Measure it. Walk 30 minutes away from your house randomly. Spirit walk, where you don't know where you're going. And then walk back. It'd be better if you didn't have a time limit. But in the beginning, you need to have a time limit if you don't walk an hour a day. And when you get back, you will feel better than ever. It's the number one. A little late on the finger, but I moved it down here. Number one cure for depression. It's the number one. Go take an hour walk. I love you. Keep fucking rocking it.